Praise Jesus. I'm Pastor Purity. I would like to take this chance and share a word with you. I want to thank God for this chance, and I believe, my God, that He will bless you through hearing this word of today or through getting this revelation of today. I want to share a word in the book of Job, chapter 33 from verse 14. And my message is today is that God always speaks. And when God speaks, when He sees you does not hear His word, He may use many ways to speak to you. This word says in Job 33 verse 14, "For God does speak now one way, now another, though a man may not perceive it." The word says that God may speak in one way or another, although it is not always when the man perceived what God is saying. In verse 15 it says, "In a dream, in a vision of night, when deep sleep falls on men as they slumber." God is saying that He may speak in a dream, in a vision at night, when somebody is sleeping. Verse 16, "He may speak in their ears and terrify them with warnings." The word continues to say that God may speak in your ears. There are people who hears a verbal voice when God is speaking to them, or may hear a small voice speaking in your ears. Verse 17 is saying, "The reason why God always speaks to men is to turn a man from wrongdoing and keep him from pride." The reason why God always speaks to a man is that He may turn him from wrongdoing and keep him from his pride. God can see you that you are going in a wrong way, and He may speak in a dream or a vision or speak in your ears that He may keep you from pride. Sometimes we may enter into pride, and the word says pride comes before a fall. God can see that you shall fall, and He speaks you in your ears. The word continues to say in verse 18, "To preserve his soul from the pit, his life from perishing by the word." The reason why God always speaks to people, that He may preserve your soul, that you may not enter into a pit. Verse 19 says, "Or a man may be chastened on a bed of pain, with constant distress in his bones." The word continues to say, if God speaks you with a dream or a vision or a terrifying voice in your ears, and He sees that you have not heard His voice, He may keep you in a bed when you are in a bed with pain. This is the time you can see somebody is sick. Maybe you are in a hospital or at home, but you are in a bed through a sickness. This time, sometimes other sicknesses, they come because God has tried to speak to you and you have not heard. But when you are sick, somebody always feels, "I can die." That time, you may see a person have come into repentance. So today I'm telling you, it is good to be sensitive when God is speaking. He may start speaking you with a dream. Maybe you see it is just a kawaida thing and you leave it alone. But my friend, God is full of love. And when He sees somebody is going astray and He does not want you to perish, He will always speak to you. And it is good to be sensitive to His voice. It is good to think what is going saying through this thing. Or even if it is a dream and you don't understand, it is good you got somebody who can help you to understand what God is saying. So I have heard in my heart, it is good to advise you, whoever is viewing this program. It is good when you are in a bed, just ask yourself, why am I in this bed? Is it because there is something God is trying to tell me? Is it because this sickness is just a kawaida sickness? But if you feel there is something God is saying, it is good to pray for your heart that God, when God speaks to you with a dream or a vision, it is good to be ready to answer his call. It is good to be ready to hear what he is saying before you enters in a bed of chastening. There are so many people who are in a bed because of their sins, because God has tried to speak to them and they does not hear. I felt in my heart it is good to tell people, because sometimes people think it is just a kawaida thing. They think it is just a sickness, but it is good to remember this word in Job 33 from 14 to 17, that God may be speaking because of that, through that sickness, through that dream, through that voice, and it is good to hear the voice. The word continues to say in verse 19, in verse 20, so that his very being finds food repulsive and his soul loathes the choicest meal. The word continues to say, when you are in this bed, you may come to a place where even food, it does not have taste again. I know there are so many people may hear this video. They have tried to eat and they cannot eat. It is good to ask yourself, what is this? Is God speaking something to me? Because God uses many ways. Even these things that we may see, they are so bad, they are so oppressive, God may use them to speak to us. So when I'm going to finish, I would like to tell you, it is good to be sensitive to the voice of God and ask yourself always, what is God saying? I know you shall not mess again, because I have taught you. It is good to be sensitive to the voice of God. May God bless you when you take this word and put in your heart, so that if God may speak to you, you shall be quick to answer. May God bless you.